Hello everyone, welcome back. It's time for another episode of Pickup Playtest. Yes, we are returning to the PlayStation 1 in this episode for a little bit of SpongeBob SquarePants SuperSponge. Woohoo! Nickelodeon hype again. This is the second Nickelodeon game I think I've had here on the show so far. The first one being Rugrats Search for Reptar. I had to skip the animated FMV intro, hoping that I didn't get copyright claimed by Nickelodeon for the music use and all that. So let's just start the game, shall we? Yeah, wouldn't that just be a great way to celebrate playing some SpongeBob? You just got copyright claimed by Nickelodeon or Viacom or whoever would be upset that the SpongeBob music got put at the very beginning of this episode. Anyway. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey, we got the classic narration guy.
And today, we will be following my favorite creep today. He is in search of the...
Oops, I skipped his dialogue by pressing X instead of down.
The question is, how far will he go for his best friend?
You're supposed to hit down as the text to scroll the text, not just X.
Gary, I just had a great idea about what to get Patrick for his birthday.
Oh, no, not you again. Just keep the noise down. What do you want?
It's my best friend Patrick's birthday, and a signed photo of his favorite superheroes would be the best thing ever.
Well, we are a bit busy right now. No rest for superheroes. Well, I know that Mermaid Man might consider signing one for a superhero snack.
Peanut butter, tomatoes, jelly.
Like a calculator.
You can count on it. It's really cool that they got all the original voice actors and stuff to contribute to the game. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. I actually didn't own this version of the game until much later when I started actually doing some serious retro game collecting. The first exposure I had to this game was actually I had a GBA version of this game for a while. I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, because I guess back when I was a child, I lacked the intuitive foresight to know that as an adult I was going to want to collect these things, so I unfortunately probably sold it or something, so I don't have it anymore.
Hi, Squidward. Ready for another great day together, friend?
Today's Sunday, SpongeBob. Forget the Krusty Krab. Hey, moron, why don't you take your net and go waste somebody else's time?
Hey,
I can use the net
to catch jellyfish and throw them at those annoying critters.
So yeah, so there's separate buttons for throwing and catching the jellyfish. Press circle to catch, press square to throw, and then boom, you can hit enemies like that. So I think you can hold up to 5 at a time. Very interesting indeed. Right off the bat, we're hitting some cool mechanics where we get to use jellyfish as projectiles against enemies. I think he also has a ground pound move where if you press jump at the jump while in midair, you can ground pound the enemies as well. I don't think normal jumps work. SpongeBob isn't Mario after all. I don't know if you noticed, but right there was a pretty good example of it. These spatulas are sort of your health, and they kind of follow Sonic the Hedgehog logic, where if you get hit, you get a bunch of your spatulas knocked away from you, and you have to go and recollect them or collect a bunch of new spatulas before you get hit again, otherwise you get knocked out. That's basically how it goes, from what I remember. This game is extremely heavy on the cartoony sound effects, so I tried my best to do some sound balancing as I do for these videos. I apologize if the sound effects kind of get a bit abrasive. That's one of the things I've come to notice about this game right off the bat, is that, my goodness, they laid it on thick with these sound effects. But hey, I guess that just sort of gives the game its character, its charm, if you will. Let's throw some jellyfish at these ne'er-do-wells, if you will. The random ne'er-do-wells in the form of rock shell snails or something. I don't even know what I'm fighting. Collect more of these patches. I think there's 100 total that's set on the world map. So They better make it, like, possible to recollect every single spatula if they want to actually make it so that, like, hey, you didn't get all of them, type of thing. Oh, here's the item we need to collect for the level.
Now to find the jar of peanut butter.
That was jelly, I believe. So that's how you sort of progress through the game. You collect the item that you're supposed to be looking for that given level, and you're off to the next area. It's really as simple as that. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that the quest would get harder and harder as the game progresses, but in general, that's about as difficult as the concept of completing a level is concerned. But it looks like, yes, if you want to go for 100% completion, you got to go for all the spatulas, and I guess try your best not to get hit, because, yeah, I wound up with only 65 out of 100 because I took damage several times, so, yeah, that sure is fun. What is this, I wonder? 0 out of 25, 6 Clams Adventureland. The Big Wheel. I don't even know what this is. Oh, is it like a bonus level? Because I got a time limit up there of like 30 or so seconds. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm like floating with the balloon. That's weird. It made my jumps floaty, kinda, I think. Whoa. What am I doing? Can I float? Is holding the button make me... It doesn't make me, like, float by holding the button. I think my just jumps in general are floatier. Then I can trade for prizes? What? I get a sandwich? I get a cupcake, a birthday gift. I like sandwiches. Let's go with sandwiches. 8 tokens. You currently have 12. Sure. I don't know what that... I don't even know what this does, dude. I'm just dorking around. Is there some sort of, like, dress-up mode or, like, decorate SpongeBob's house mode where you get to, like, take those prizes home with you or something? I don't know, man. Oh, I remember this. See on the world map here for level 2? Those of you who watch the show might recognize this as Sandy's Tree Dome. Yes, indeedy. Which means we gotta be careful about breathing too much air, right? Because we need water! Classic SpongeBob references, hooray.
SpongeBob, you silly old sponge. Try using your helmet.
The funny thing about it is that even though you have a helmet, all the helmet really does is act as a gauge for how much water you still have. So I guess Sandy both helped and hindered us by giving us a helmet, but giving us a helmet with a huge leak in it, I guess. Oh, by the way, underpants are an extra life. You gotta love it. Anyway. Oh, I got hit by acorns. Sure, why not? How do I get up there? Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to jump. I'm gonna... These are not the easiest thing to... Yo, I was at 0. I was at 0. That should not have counted. But it did. Poor SpongeBob. These branch trampolines are really hard to pin down. You gotta just basically just like stand there and let it fling you, I guess. Yeah, just standing there and not pressing any buttons seems to be the best solution. Dang it. I got acorn thwomped again. Alright. It does make sense that you would find the peanut butter in Sandy's Tree Dome because, you know, nuts, squirrels, am I right? Dang, I'm getting brutalized here. Let's try not to cut it as close as we did last time. There's the water. Hooray. Will you just fall, you stupid acorn? No! No. Oh boy, I'm hosed now. Will you work? Okay, sometimes the branch just doesn't want to work. Okay, I got ripped off that time. Did you see me standing there? I was standing on the branch, waiting for it to flick me up into the air, and it never did. What joy. Anyway, as I tend to do, if this is your first episode of Pickup Playtest, well, welcome. And this is a show where I show off various retro games that I've collected. And as I like to do on these episodes, you can just talk about, like, experience with this game. Do any of y'all have experience with SuperSponge? Either the this version or the, like I said, the Game Boy Advance version, which is what I had growing up a lot, and I didn't have this until later. I was fully aware of this game. In fact, one of my subscribers, I think, actually, a longtime friend of mine actually had this game way before me, and I think I saw her play it before I did, and I was like, oh, that game looks nifty. Because a lot of people had PlayStation consoles before I even owned a PlayStation console. My first actual PlayStation console I owned was a PlayStation 2, and that didn't come along until probably like my, I want to say maybe 13th or 14th birthday. So, yeah. I was mostly a Nintendo lad growing up. Big surprise, right? If you follow me on Twitter, you can kind of see my Nintendo bias spewing all over the place, but yeah. I was mostly Nintendo growing up, and then I had PlayStation stuff, and I became a fan of PlayStation as well, so it's all good. I'm inside the tree dome now. Very interesting. Totally forgot about this part. Well, in fact, I forgot a lot about this game because like I said, I'm more used to the GBA port. And it was a pretty good port for what it was worth. I can't wait to hopefully one day track it down again, because like I said, little old me decided to get blasted by a barrel, because apparently this is Donkey Kong now. But little old me decided to sell it, probably. Trade it in for another random game. You know, there was this really old retro store / had more modern stuff, I guess, as well, type store. I can't even remember the name anymore because it doesn't exist. Because one time I sold a bunch of games. They were pretty old games, too. Sold a bunch of games to this store in an attempt to get traded enough credit for, I want to say it was Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yippee! Now to find the kelp lettuce. Off to Fish Hooks Park.
Fish Hooks Park. And I want to say that I traded in so many old games that I did end up getting Kingdom Hearts 2 from that place. But then shortly thereafter, the place literally went out of business. I feel like it's probably not true, but part of me wants to think that I single-handedly traded in enough old games that people didn't want that the place couldn't sell, and then they just ended up having to like close the store. They went out of business or whatever because I gave them a whole bunch of games that no one else wanted so that I could just get the game that I wanted. Probably not the case, like I said, but I gotta admit that it's pretty fun to think of it that way. Like, TTrom, what have you done? Did you just bankrupt that video game store? I didn't mean to. I promise it was an accident. But anyway, I know that SpongeBob has a lot of fans in the video game realm as well as the cartoon realm. As a matter of fact, during the Steam Winter Sale, I picked up on Steam the Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated remaster version, so anybody who's played Battle for Bikini Bottom or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the comments or on Twitter if that game is any good. I would love to hear your opinion on it. I've heard that it's basically a cult classic at this point. It has a lot of fans. So, I'm interested in trying that. It might even be a full Let's Play down the road, you never know. A lot of games that I've recently gotten on Steam through both the Lunar New Year sale, and the Winter Sale are probably ripe for the picking in terms of content here for future TTrom Plays Games YouTube content, so keep your eyes peeled for those potentials. Can I throw these jellyfish at these oysters? Can I? My aim was true. Maybe I could. Oh, no, I guess I don't need to. As long as I jump on them while they're closed, they don't hurt. Alright, cool. I'll take that. So yeah, maybe this, for the people that mostly know SpongeBob games through Battle for Bikini Bottom and the like, maybe this is a classic that you've never seen before. Maybe you want to try it now. It's good old classic 2D platforming action. My sort of bread and butter, if you will. Platformers are far and away my favorite genre, and 2D is not a bad genre of platformer, let me tell you what. It's how I started gaming in the first place, really. Good old Super Mario Bros. 3 was kind of how I got lifted off the ground and into the world of gaming as we now know it. I'm trying to, like, jump to those spatulas, but they're just so, like, at a weird angle. The graphic style in this game is very, unique. Very unique, because we got, like, this 2D sprite work on the jellyfish, on SpongeBob himself, but then we got, like, sort of pseudo 3D platforms and hooks and different things like that. Objects that you can interact with, / stand on and whatnot. And it kind of creates this very unique blend that I don't see very often, especially on PlayStation, because I feel like a lot of PlayStation games were starting to go like, well, we have the capacity, we have the disk space, and we have the graphic capabilities. Let's try to make everything polygonally 3D and stuff like that. Boink. Of course, there's exceptions. Classic PlayStation exceptions that weren't always like that.
Now the bread. But where? I know. Bikini Bottom has loads of bread.
This is literally... I thought we were in Bikini Bottom in general, or is Bikini Bottom literally just the city name? Oh boy. SpongeBob lore experts are going to have to help me out on that one. Alright, yeah, but it looks like we're going to a city of some kind. Nice 5 out of 100 there, TTrom, for the previous level. Well, it would be nice if... it would be nice if you didn't have to hold on to all of your spatulas. You just collected it once and it counted towards your total, but that would be too easy, wouldn't it? See, one little mistake like that, you already can't have your 100% for the level. So anybody who wishes to 100% speedrun this game, I wish you the very best of luck. Unless you don't count spatulas towards 100% completion, which I hope you wouldn't, because that just sounds like a pain in the booty. What is that sound? Is that the sound of the manholes spewing whatever that is? Mist or something? That I fell right into? Smooth as silk. Yeah, that sound right there. I mean, it's perpetually there close to... It plays a lot while I'm standing next to these holes, so I guess that's what it is. Do I even have to go to use the high ground? Because it's not like I'm gonna, like, keep all of my dang spatulas anyway. I'm gonna try to just brute force this level. Just go take the city streets. Just keep jumping over all these cars. Look at me. I'm just going. I'm just going in a straight line. There's probably a whole bunch of crap up there, but this is how you should just speedrun this level, I guess. What am I hitting my head on there? I don't even know. Get out of my way, slugs. Boss hints from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's Superhero Handbook. Mother Jellyfish. Be very, very careful around the very rare mother jellyfish. Try to scare it away by throwing whatever you can at it. Perhaps the monster is scared of jellyfish? Mother jellyfish is scared of jellyfish, okay? Duly noted. Did I, like, just stumble across a boss battle now, and I... maybe brute forcing that level wasn't such a good idea after all, because I probably skipped the bread that I needed. Bummer. Oh well. It was weird fighting Mother Jellyfish in the Game Boy Advance version with jellyfish that spawn, and it's weird here now. Like, why would Mother Jellyfish, of all bosses, be weak to basically its own children? It's weird. That's strange. Alright, throw. I guess it's not too hard for a first boss fight. But I wish SpongeBob had a little bit more oomph in his jellyfish tosses. Sometimes it just makes me feel like he's just sort of like dumping them out like a foot in front of him, and it doesn't like actually count as a throw. You see, like, come on. We could have used a little bit more oomph there, Sponge. Back me up here. I'm pressing the buttons. I need you to sort of, you know, actually contribute. There we go. Come on. No, grab a spatula. I don't want to die this late in the fight. Come on. Alright, I have 2 more jellyfish. In theory, that's all I need to finish the fight. There. Okay, and 1 more. Go! Yeah, victory. Oh, I didn't skip the bread. There it is. Hooray. I was like, watch me have to do the whole level again anyway because I missed the bread, but I didn't. Snoring. Z. Back to Shady Shoals. We got the awesome sandwich.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oops.
Back already? That is definitely a sandwich fit for a superhero. Gonna need to think of something to test your superhero potential. And keep busy. Look, MM is not in great superhero condition at the moment, and he could really do with some pampering. Some kelp cream and a facial. Not for me, you understand.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, in case you haven't, like, figured it out by now, the literal plot of this game is just Patrick is having a birthday, and SpongeBob wants to do whatever he can, bend over backwards for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's whims in order to get an autograph for Patrick for his birthday gift. So, it's not necessarily the most, okay, I guess it's not super deep or anything, but then again, what SpongeBob narrative needs to be deep, I guess, right? Okay, I'm back, and I'm just gonna restart this whole level again. It was a mess. First, my phone went off, someone was calling me. Then, I got to a part about 30 seconds in, and I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. So now I figured it out. It's a little weird, but, we have, oh, look, there's Mr. Krabs. So he probably would have explained to me this whole time what the reef blower does.
This coral blower, I can suck up all those seashells lying around and use them to break the rock walls.
Hi, Krabs.
SpongeBob! Now listen, boy! I'm counting on you to use this here coral blower to make your way around Bikini Bottom. And watch out for that scurvy plankton! He is up to his old tricks again!
That is not Clancy Brown. What on earth? Anyway, you're supposed to suck up random bits of the background and then fire at the... I didn't know what parts... That doesn't look like coral to me. It looks like a starfish or whatever. But if you... Sure enough, if you hold circle in front of it and then just press circle right in front of it, you... or not. Now it's not even behaving correctly. I don't understand. It's so topsy-turvy with this level, I swear. Anyway, you're supposed to suck up random bitses of the background. Bitses? What am I saying? I'm so disoriented after having to cut away, but... And apparently this thing is extremely heavy, so I should just unequip it for now and then re-equip it back over here, I believe. There's a platform, a jellyfish platform that I should ride. Here we go. Cool. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm a little bit discombobulated, but I'm trying to figure it out as I go now. I did a little bit of bumbling off screen, so you don't have to worry about watching all of that. In my defense, this doesn't really, like, give you much feedback. There's barely any, like... You don't even get, like, suction feedback, sound effects, or anything. Just kind of... what the heck? How did I lose my thing? This thing right here, right? See this white thing I'm supposed to... I'm pressing circle. Thank you, game. What the heck? This is not very well put together. There, and then you can just shoot it at the wall. I hope that very few things in this level rely on that, because I am not a fan of how it controls. Oh great, it's back again.
Using the coral blower on those rocks up there.
Should do something. I pressed the wrong button. I'm not used to scrolling with the down button, game. I think you can aim it using that, so... I officially hate this level. Oh my goodness. Okay, So, the gameplay was satisfying up to a point. I cannot say I'm a fan of the reef blower, coral blower, whatever. This is a little rough around the edges. And I'm probably going to get killed. Oh, whatever is that thing, because I'm trying to take... Well, let's just shoot this at it, I guess. Made a little pop noise, like little... Oh, brother. SpongeBob doesn't even control nearly as satisfyingly as he does without this thing strapped to his back anyway, so... At any given opportunity, I'm just gonna just unequip it. Darn. And now I need it again. Wow, that first chapter was really fun, and then now all of a sudden I'm just super frustrated. A bit of a mixed bag, one could argue, for this episode, eh? Nah, I mean, in general, this is, I'm assuming, some people's very first introduction to SpongeBob video games, because I don't think too many existed before this one did. Do I suck that one up or no? Do I gotta go back for another one? Because there's a wall in my way. There we go. Whee! SpongeBob can really travel up some very steep slopes, I've come to realize. Nice, another thwomp-like creature, or thwomp-type enemy. Now instead of acorns dropping on me in Sandy's Tree Dome, it's skull blocks of some kind. I want to just ditch this thing, but I'm afraid that there's going to be another wall right in front of me. It's going to be like, well, you need the reef blower. Whoa. Okay. This turned into a game I was having a lot of fun with to this sure is a game episode, so I have never quite had an episode of Pickup Playtest go so mixed bag-like before until now. Where do I go then? Okay, there's another platform down below, so you have to, like, I don't know, press down to scroll the camera, I guess. Because otherwise, it would have just been a blind jump. And that's just bad game design. I kept dying right in front of another checkpoint. You gotta love it. I'm probably gonna fall again, right? Oh no. Another piece of coral. The feedback, I think the problem is the feedback regarding the, like, whether or not you have something in your coral blower and all this stuff. It's just so weak. There's no audio feedback and barely any visual feedback. The only feedback you get that something is actually in your reef blower is the icon in the upper right gets a little bit bigger. So like you could be forgiven for not even noticing that anything is going on with this gameplay. It's so strange. And you gotta be in just the right spot to even get the background pieces to interact with you in the correct way. No, I forgot. You can't ground pound while you're holding this thing. I guess on the one hand, I can appreciate them for trying different methods of gameplay. What did I get hit by? Oh. Orange spiky shooty thing. This game sure is a game. I was going into this episode thinking I'd have a lot more positive things to say about it, and I'm not trying to say it's the worst thing ever, but I just wasted a projectile on that enemy. Now I gotta go all the way back, take another hit. I was prepared to say more positive things about this game, but I'm leaving it with a bit of a rotten taste in my mouth. Because having to rely on this mechanic is kind of hindering the game, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. Just pick the dang thing up and shoot it. There. It's there. The idea of picking up and shooting things is there, but my goodness, does it need some polish. This was not, in my opinion, finished. Hey.
Yippee! Now to find the loofah. That has to be...
Has to be... I press X instead of down. In my defense, like 99% of games scroll text with the action button, not the down button. Whatever. Thermal tunnels. I think I'm going to have to basically end it here. So, in general, this game... Look, it's Patrick.
Hey, SpongeBob, I got an extra balloon for my birthday. Want it? Ooh, you're floating away. Hey, where'd my balloon go? SpongeBob!
Wow.
Bubbles! Hey, I wonder if I can jump on them.
Whoa. Floaty jumps with the balloon. That all of a sudden popped out of nowhere. So, I can confirm this game is full of ideas, and it just one after another just kind of throws them at you. And please don't tell me that the reef blower is back. Okay, yeah, it is. So, I'm gonna just say that this sure was a game. And we are going to wrap it up before I get it wrapped up in any more reef blower stuff right now. There's a lot of potential with this game. I just don't think I'm a fan of the gimmicks that they keep kind of throwing at you level after level, but especially the coral blower, reef blower, whatever you want to call it, was just, like I said, the idea is there, but it's just not polished that much, in my opinion. But hey, lots of great, some pretty fun music, decent sound effects that, you know, get a little grating sometimes, but are still very cartoony and appropriate. Clancy Brown did not voice Mr. Krabs in this game, I can tell you that right now. That was weird, listening to some generic voice come out of Krabs, but whatever, what are you gonna do? But yeah, sorry if I just sort of crapped all over your guys' like favorite SpongeBob childhood game or something, but that was the first 4 levels were pretty 2D platforming bliss, and then anything after that was just kind of like the gimmicks kind of came on too thick, in my opinion. But you know, I could see myself trying this again and trying to like take. I think I just need more patience than I'm allowing myself for a Pickup Playtest episode to really get into this game and see it for what it is, because it's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be. But sometimes with this show, I don't have enough time to sort of dissect it all and absorb it and get used to it. So don't take things that I say in this show as 100% foolproof review or anything, but I need more time, definitely, to get used to the controls of some of these gimmicks and stuff, especially the reef blower, like I says. But hey, overall, SpongeBob made it onto this show, and I'm happy about it. I think this is a fine game to have in the collection. I will potentially go back to it and sort of work out the kinks as time goes on. But for now, an episode of Pickup Playtest, I'm cool with that. So, thanks everybody for watching, and until the next upload here on the TTromPlaysGames YouTube channel, I've been your host, TTrom. Sorry for this sort of like half woohoo, half not so woohoo episode, but hey, stuff like that happens when you're just playtesting a game, right? So they can't all be like the best game ever. Anyway, until next time, till the next upload hits this YouTube channel, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.